What's up, YouTube? This is Phil Nemitz. I'm a freelance fantasy sports writer, blogger, and also a full-time professional daily fantasy sports player. I'm going to take just a minute to kind of show you some of my tips and strategy and kind of my daily grind, as you will, to just show you what I do, my general approach to the game. And it'll hopefully help you make some money, whether you try to be a professional and go full time or just kind of like want to make it a part time thing. And in return, I'm kind of hoping to build a network of other motivated or successful daily fantasy sports players so we can share tips and strategies and lineups and frustration and all those kind of things that come with daily fantasy sports. So let's get started here. Over the years, I've played quite a few different sites. Right now, most of the time these days, I'm playing fanday.com. They seem to have a good bit of traffic on the site. So let's log in here and go to the main lobby. Most of the time when people think of fantasy sports, we're normally talking NFL football. However, I normally have the most success in Major League Baseball and NBA basketball. Not only are those my two favorite sports, but they're also sports I'm very familiar with. But also, I'm able to kind of play a more, take more of a long-term approach because baseball and basketball games are every day. So my strategy can be deployed more efficiently, and I've had much better luck in those sports. And also, in NFL football, there's information everywhere. And Yahoo, ESPN, since fantasy sports are so popular, just a novice player can find the most strategic information. Whereas in baseball and basketball, although that information is out there, it's a lot harder to find. So you'll have people that are kind of rushing their lineups in baseball, and you can go to some sites and get information and get a lot more detail, statistical kind of stuff that can help you get ahead in the game. So tonight is a baseball night, and you can see that there's 43 minutes until game time, and it's a later category, so there's only a couple games going tonight. But it's kind of a good example that I can show you guys, the ones that I get into. And so actually earlier in the day, I always set what we call a dummy lineup, and it'll have just guys that I stuck in while I posted matchups and got into a bunch of different games with guys. So what I would do is just kind of give you a quick lineup strategic move is on fan day they give you 5 points for a pitcher's win, so it's always very important that you select the winning pitcher. For example, tonight I really have my eye on Scott Kashmir because Oakland is playing at home and still fighting for a good playoff spot, and Texas is kind of rebuilding and out of the mix. So I really expect Oakland to win this game tonight, and so Kashmir is a definite play. But what I really want to do is talk about just my general approach and strategy to the game. So I'm going to go back to the lobby and talk about all the games that are offered. So 1v1 is just playing against single users, and multis are a bunch of kind of group games, winner takes all, 50-50, and tournaments are the one that's being held tonight with just a single payout. And the duo is a fun little feature that's here where you can kind of pick and see between a couple players how they're going to perform against another pair that's on the same team. So tonight I think I would just go with Cueto and Hamilton versus they're playing Chicago at Chicago over Brantley and Kluber at Houston. So it's just a fun little thing that I do every now and then when I think I have a good decision made up. But what I really want to talk about is my strategy that focuses on one versus one, and I'll tell you why. In one versus one, it's where a lot of users come and post, and some people are coming for their first time, or you have some more experienced users. You can look at the wins and see how many that some of these guys have, and see your record actually against them, which is pretty helpful. But in 1v1, you can, if you're willing to come in here and spend some time and select some users that just show up for their first time on the site, or that you've had good luck against, you can really kind of stage your battles and try to put yourself in a good position to win. Um, and what I will also do early, I always do this early in the day. So the games that happened at first tonight were at 7 o'clock um, Eastern time, and I posted lineups earlier this morning on the site. You can see my username here is PH Nemitz, and new users will actually come and select my posts throughout the day so I can get my matchups ready. By doing this, you can really preserve your bankroll and kind of diversify, if I'm picking the correct word, your matchups tonight. So instead of playing in a game where a big tournament or something, where even though you picked a lineup, so much luck comes into play that you can possibly have not have a really realistic chance of winning. This is what I call grinding, is when you're able to get into a bunch of 1 versus 1 matchups and actually win 50 to 60% of your games because you're outperforming the market. You're outperforming a lot of novice users that you're picking time to select. And that is the key, in my opinion, to being successful at daily fantasy sports. So if you're willing to spend the time and do this, um, then I think that's an edge that we can have. I look forward to you coming and challenging me, finding the username PH Nemitz at baseball. I normally try to get in a lineup or two every day. It's just a lot of fun, and so far I've been successful. But I guess as fantasy sports goes, we'll just keep our fingers crossed. It's a couple minutes until game time, but I hope this video will help you kind of think through your strategy and help you out a bit. I will be posting some more videos with some more tips, and I'm sure my strategy will continue to change as I keep playing. Please leave some feedback on my YouTube videos or on some of my blog writings, and good luck to you, and let's get out there and compete at some fantasy sports.